All right, so we're going to go to JDoodle. Make sure you log in. And once you log in, choose the Advanced Java IDE, not the basic Java. You'll get a pop-up that'll ask you if you want to leave your screen, and yes, you can choose yes. Then once we get inside of here, we are going to right away change the name of my class Java. If you have anything in here, you can get rid of that text. I guess you could leave the public class at the top, but we're going to have to change the class name, and the public static void can remain or be there. So let's rename this. I'm going to keep this as just tester. Let's just call it tester. And then you have then tester.java. Oh, it didn't rename. Just make sure you hit that check mark. It sometimes won't rename unless you hit that check mark. Okay, so now it's important at the top where yours says public class that you change the name of the class from my class to tester. And then I'm creating my curly brackets, and I'm going to create my main method inside of here. Anytime we use like public static void or public anything like this, generally you're creating some kind of method, and we will include curly brackets after that. So public static void main, and this is a string of arguments. Not a string called args, sorry. And an array of strings called args. So we got here now in our main, we're going to end up creating 3 rectangles. So let's just call these rec 1 so we don't run into too many errors. New and then equals new rec. And then we'll figure out what the parameters are here shortly. So we don't have, we'll create what those parameters are going to look like in our actual class, our rectangle class, which we'll call rec. So rec 1, rec 2, we'll create another rectangle, new rec, and we'll input some parameters there, and rec 3. Now, if you are struggling with these concepts at all, I would say watching the first couple videos in 2.2 under my AP, this might clear up some of the confusion. I noticed it was all under 2.2, and I think it's 2.3 in CodeHS. So we'll create those 3. We're going to have 3 different types of rectangles. And then let's go and over here in the left in our file folder, and next to that file folder, we're going to choose new file. We're going to call this rec.java. Okay, and then make sure you hit the check mark. So notice it's named the same as all of these items that we just put in here, rec 1, rec 2, rec 3. So I'm going to go to the rec.java file. And when we create a class, we always have to start it with public class, whatever the name of the Java file is, and that is rec. Oops. I meant to put the curly bracket here and here. Okay, and then we always are going to start with our instance variables, which are our attributes of a rectangle. We know a rectangle typically has 2 attributes, which are its width and its height. And we're going to input them. I know normally we probably would put them in as doubles, but we're just going to keep it simple right now and use ints for this. So remember, they have to be private, and then int, and then the name of the variable, and that's width first. Probably the biggest error when I do this problem is spelling, so double check your width and height spellings. Make sure they're correct throughout. All right, so we have our two instance variables. Now we have to make our constructor. So generally what we've done so far is we had one constructor, but you can have multiple constructors. So let's start with the one that we're familiar with, where we go through first and just say public, and then the name of our class is rec. And then in parentheses, we're going to put in our formal parameters. So we'll say int, and it has to have a different name than the instance variable. So the width, comma, int the height. All right, so now we can set whatever the input is for our parameter can be set to our instance variable. So the width will be equal to whatever we input in our tester, the width. And then height will equal the height. Now we're going to make a second constructor. This is called overloading when you have multiple constructors. That way, when you go in and create rectangles, you can do it in multiple ways. This one that I'm going to put in is going to allow for one input in the tester. So, or we'll have one parameter, I should say. So same name, public rec. And this time I'm just going to put int the width. Now, we'll talk a little bit about scope later on. So right now, the only variables that can be used inside of this constructor are instance variables or anything that we input here into our parameter. So it won't confuse the variable that we created up here. We could give it a little different name if it's confusing, but there's no need to, because like I said, it will just take whatever the width is in our parameter. So this one, I am going to say width is equal to the width. And then we do have to have a height as well to create a rectangle. And what that's going to equal is also the width, because this is going to be a square. So whatever they input, they put one input inside of their parameter in the tester. Both of those, our width and height, will be set equal to that. And we'll see how this goes into play here shortly. And then lastly, I'm just going to create what they call a default constructor. And what a default constructor does is that you leave the area where you normally would put parameters in empty. So we'd have our parentheses, an empty set of parentheses here. So we say public rec, and then we set our width and our height to whatever we want. So let's just say we're going to say our standard rectangle, no matter what, is just going to be a width of 7 and a height of 5. Oftentimes these will just be set to 0 values in the case of integers, a double 0.0, and your booleans would be set to false as default, or a string might be set to null. That would be its default value. So you'll see that often, and I think they describe that in the MyAP videos. Lastly, I'd like to do a toString. So public string. Remember, we'll learn more about this a little later, but the string just means we're simply returning a string in this method. And so notice we have curly brackets that go around or with each constructor that kind of separate each one of these constructors. And then when we make this next method, public string toString, it's pretty standard here to keep it the same. Oops, and then an empty set of parentheses, because you don't have to input anything with a toString. It's just going to simply put it in the string format. Normally I would just return some type of string that would include both the instance variables, but because we might have a rectangle that could be a square, I'm going to do a simple if statement, something we haven't learned yet, but it's going to say if our width equals, that compares the two, it's equal to the height. So we're not assigning it a height, we're testing to see when we do two equal signs to see if they are indeed equal. And if they are, if this is true, the statement below it will run. And so if it's a square, we're going to return the statement, the square has sides equal to, and then we'll put a plus sign and we'll put the width. Whether we put width or height, it won't matter. Okay, and you have to have no semicolon after the if statement, but you do have one here on this line, on our return line. And then the else, we'll just hit else, tab in. In the other case, we're going to return the rectangle has a width equal to, and then we'll put plus width. And notice how the string surrounded by parentheses, then our plus signs on both sides of width. And then it should show up in a white color, as long as you got your quotations in the right spot. And let's put a space there. So the rectangle has a width equal to whatever the width is, and a height equal to, and then we'll just put height. Oh, gotta add, use a plus sign. And I could put some punctuation here, but I'm just going to leave it at that for right now. Put a semicolon on the end. And then we can go back to our tester now. All right, so in our tester, the first one the first constructor had a width and height. So let's just go in and put a width and height. And so I'm going to put 3, 8. You can put a space in there, it doesn't matter. This one I'm going to make a square, so I'm only going to put one value in there. So it'll use that constructor that had one value, and then we'll make this a default. Just remember, in order for us to see what the printout looks like, we have to do a system.out.println. And remember, you could just call on each one of these by just saying 1. And that'll call the toString. I could say 1.toString. I'll do that example here. I could say 2.toString, call the toString, and do an empty parentheses like so. Or I could just put 2 in there. So that's if you're running into some difficulty with that. I just feel for formatting, it's sometimes just easier to get used to using just the variable name. All right, we should be able to execute this. And you can save this project as rectangle or rect. And you should have the rectangle has a width of 3 and 8. The square has sides equal to 5. And the rectangle has a width of 7 and 5. And you can see that was our standard one that we had put in here. All right, so this should certainly help you guys finishing Code HS 2.3. I apologize for not being there. I'm waiting on a COVID test because I wasn't feeling well, but I think everything should be okay. Take care, and we'll see you guys soon.